1923. A wheelbarrow full of German marks couldn't buy a single loaf of bread. Money had become cheaper than wallpaper, literally. In this episode of The Money Trail, we delve into one of history's most intriguing financial mysteries, the Weimar Republic, when money became worthless. After World War I, Germany was in shambles. Its economy was crippled by war reparations demanded by the Treaty of Versailles. The young democracy, known as the Weimar Republic, faced an impossible task: print enough money to pay a debt equivalent to 10 times its annual economic output. Imagine if the United States today were asked to pay off a debt of $250 trillion. That's the magnitude of what Germany confronted in 1920. Unsurprisingly, this led to hyperinflation. At the height of this crisis, prices doubled every 2 days. Pensioners saw their life savings vanish overnight. Workers demanded daily pay rises just to keep up with soaring prices. The Reichsbank, Germany's central bank, was caught in a vicious cycle. To meet government obligations, it printed more and more money, which only fueled further inflation. By November 1923, $1 was worth 4.2 trillion German marks. But how did it come to this? How did a nation with such economic might find itself on the brink of financial ruin? To understand this, we need to go back to the peace negotiations after World War I, where the Allies imposed astronomical reparations on Germany. Among them was France's Georges Clemenceau, who famously declared, "You must pay for the crime of having unchained this hell." These harsh conditions set the stage for one of the most dramatic economic collapses in history, a collapse that would leave millions impoverished and spark the rise of Adolf Hitler. In this episode of The Money Trail, we'll journey through the fascinating tale of the Weimar Republic, uncovering along the way lessons that echo ominously in today's financial world. 1922, a single US dollar was equivalent to 4.2 German marks. By 1923, this same dollar could fetch 4.2 trillion marks. The Weimar Republic's economy had plunged into such an abyss of hyperinflation that its currency became virtually worthless. Money became cheaper than wallpaper. People used it to insulate their homes or wrap food because it was more abundant and cost less than actual insulation material or paper. The genesis of this crisis can be traced back to the end of World War I, when Germany was saddled with exorbitant reparations under the Treaty of Versailles, reaching a staggering 132 billion gold marks. To pay off these debts, the German government resorted to printing more money, which in turn led to rapid inflation. By late 1923, workers were paid twice daily, once in the morning to buy lunch and again at noon to purchase dinner. Pensioners fared worse. Their fixed incomes became virtually worthless. Wheelbarrows filled with wads of cash were needed just to buy basic necessities like bread or milk. Businesses suffered too, forced to adjust prices several times a day. Shopkeepers often resorted to chalkboards instead of printed price tags due to the rapidly changing costs. Savers lost everything as their life savings evaporated overnight. The middle class was decimated, creating fertile ground for extremist political ideologies. The Reichsbank, Germany's central bank at the time, seemed helpless against this runaway inflation. Its president, Rudolf Havenstein, continued to print money, hoping to meet government obligations and stimulate economic activity. But each new note further eroded confidence in the mark, fueling a vicious cycle of devaluation. This devastating period left indelible scars on the German psyche, fostering a deep mistrust of paper currency and an obsession with financial stability that arguably persists today. It's a stark reminder of how fragile economies can be when trust in money vanishes, a lesson that resonates ominously amidst ongoing global economic uncertainties. The year was 1922. While Germany grappled with hyperinflation, across the Atlantic, the United States witnessed a contrasting financial landscape. The US dollar stood strong, its value soared